Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, August 31st, going all the way until Sunday, September 6th. So soul connections can be for any type of a connection, twin flame, soulmate, however you resonate with this person. But I do tend to channel for those that are in some sort of a separation or challenge. So please just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. So today's Organite is this beautiful Black Magic Rose Organite by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So I will put her down below. And as far as all the decks that I'm using, I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. If there are any of the decks that I've created, they will be available for purchase in my website. But if you're international, please email my team and they will send you a special link to order. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. We're going to take a look and see what is your person's current energy towards you and this connection at this time. So let's go ahead and move this over. Give us some room here. Make sure we don't really get a lot of reflection. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take a look and see where is your person at right now when it comes to you and this connection. We're going to be tapping into the Connections for the Modern World created by myself. This one right here is called Divine Love in Separation by Fire Witch Tarot, and the Moody Moon Messages here for the Feminine. This is the by Sister Moon Tarot. Sorry, I couldn't talk for a second. All right, so let's see what is coming through. I'm noticing that my camera setup, it's like the cards are a little bit further away from the camera view than normal, but hopefully that's okay. Just wanted to create a little bit more room to spread the cards here. Okay. So, where is your person currently at when it comes to you and this connection in their mental space? Okay, so we have speak up. So it could be that they have something to say. Could be that they wish that you would speak to them. Something about that. Let's see what else. We have secretive. Not sharing how I really feel. Wow. Okay, well, I mean, that makes complete sense here. Your person may want to speak up, but they're secretive about it, as in they have something to say, but they're not sharing how they really feel with you. So they're thinking about what they want to say, but they're not actually communicating it. I'm confident enough to know that we will cross paths again. So the thing is, even though right now, it's interesting because the lion's energy is very confident. The lion is somebody who is in their power. You know, they're able to face things, very brave. They're able to conjure up that strength and courage to face things. I feel like you're a person right now, even though they are secretive, they might be gathering up that strength and courage to cross paths with you once again, if that makes sense. So for whatever reason, it could just be difficult for them to do that. Sorry, guys, the camera's just not cooperative today. So that's how they're really seeing the situation. Somebody's going to have to speak up. Somebody's going to have to share how they really feel. And that's going to require a lot of courage and strength in order to cross paths with you once again. So this is something that they're thinking about currently, you guys. That's what I'm getting with that. They're currently thinking about that. Maybe how to do that. So let's see what their emotions look like towards you. We have choices. So it could be that they have some choices to make when it comes to doing that. We have tired. I'm ready for a new beginning. So the thing is, choices mean multiple things. Choices can sometimes be kind of like back and forth energy. That can sometimes be very exhausting. So I do feel like your person perhaps is tired of these choices, is tired of kind of being in between this choice with you and their heart space. And so they would like to create some sort of a new beginning in this connection. We have unfinished business to take care of. Yeah, see, they're tired of this. They're tired of the unfinished business between the two of you. That's what I'm seeing here. They're tired of the unfinished business. They're tired of being exhausted with this choice. It's almost like this choice is constantly gnawing at their heart. It's gnawing at them that they need to make a choice, that they need to speak up, that they need to cross paths with you again because you guys have unfinished business. So in their heart space, it's weighing on them, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so what about in their 3D reality energy towards you? What does this look like? Yeah, see, they're going to have to put up that fight. They're going to have to jump into the energy of the lion. Strength, courage. They're going to actually have to speak up. They're going to have to cross paths with you. They're going to have to reach out. They're going to have to do something. It's going to require effort on their part, is what I'm seeing. We have illusions. You are just a projection of my desires, fantasies, and insecurities. I feel like right now, when it comes to you and the connection, your person is maybe unsure because the illusions energy is more like the moon to me. So there could be some sort of darkness. There could be some sort of unclear energy when it comes to you. And so they're, in a way, kind of feeling perhaps that maybe they're just on their own with what they want and what they desire. And this is bringing up some sort of an insecurity, which could cause them to be secretive with their desires. This could be causing them to feel like they don't want to share it with you because maybe you don't feel the same. That's what I'm seeing with that. Divine timing is driving me crazy. Yeah, so there's something that's really bothering your person. Like they're trying to almost in a way fight for it, but also fight against it. Their insecurities are causing them to fight against this. So divine timing is driving me crazy. It could be that right now they have other things going on, and so they can't make this choice perhaps to come towards you, but they would like to. Maybe they have to fight in order to create the opportunity. And there's some sort of an insecurity that's popping up for them. So when it comes to the actual physical world and 3D reality, they're going to have to conjure up the strength and courage to do something and to fight for something and to kind of fight through these illusions or confusion. They're going to have to fight through things that make them feel insecure as far as like, I don't really know. It's almost like taking a risk and taking a chance. It's driving me crazy that all this time has gone on between you and I. I'm also getting that too. So it could be that this has been going on for a while and this is really starting to weigh on your person. So what is their higher self, spiritual type of energy towards you? What does this look like? No means no. Interesting. So there's some kind of a barrier here. They feel a barrier. No means no. What does that mean? What is this bringing up for them? Yeah, they feel lost. Should I stay or should I go? Wow, look at that. So they're trying, I feel, to go within in order to trust their intuition, but there's something about their illusions. Like they're not sure if what they're really feeling or what they are, really connecting with is real. So that seems to be a problem for them. Should they just block this out? Should I stay or should I go? They feel lost. They're not sure if you're going to say no. They're not sure if you're going to want this as well. My life has become more interesting because of what your spiritual beliefs are teaching me. Wow. So it could be there's something about your spiritual beliefs or something that you're connected to right now that this person is observing or this person is a part of. And this is making things very interesting, for them. Kind of like, is this real what you're talking about? Is this real what you believe? Is this something now that I'm taking on as far as this belief? Do we have this kind of connection? I don't know. There's something about what you believe that they're hearing or that they're being subjected to or that you guys have discussed before. And so this is causing them to really almost like take the connection into like a different consideration than they were before. And so it seems like they're not sure whether or not with what they're thinking or feeling is real, or are they just kind of in some sort of fantasy, if that makes sense. So I feel like your person's really going through something right now. They're really going through some unsettled, restless energy with you. And they feel like the timing is closing in on them and that they should do something, but they're still in that very confused, insecure energy of whether they should or shouldn't. Yeah. But they're very intrigued by this connection. They're very intrigued by you. They're very intrigued by whatever this perhaps path that they're on right now because of you, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's what your person is experiencing at the moment when it comes to you in this connection. So when they reflect on your past, what does this look like, okay? When they tap into the memories of the two of you, your past reminiscing. We're going to go into When Spirit Speaks by Medium on a Mission, and we're also going to go into two decks that I like to combine. These are Blasts from the Past as well as Places, Faces, and Memories by Sister Moon Tarot. So let's see what comes up for them when they think about you in this connection. Okay. Okay, so we have Globetrotter. So it could just be someplace that you guys visited together. It could even just be, some sort of like a road trip. They're reminiscing about you as they are traveling the globe. And we have fear, okay? Remember, this ego, this fear, these insecurities that pop up for your individual as they are traveling around. I feel like they're thinking about you, and it's bringing up some sort of fear, and it's bringing up some sort of ego energy that they're attached to, that they need to surrender and let go. So it's almost like there's this therapeutic traveling that's taking place. So they're able to reminisce about you when they're traveling is what I'm seeing here. And it's helping them to surrender things that no longer serve them. That's interesting, huh? We have rides, okay? So it could be that there's just like this emotional roller coaster. It could also be that you guys have visited some sort of a theme park or something like that. But ride is in like a car ride. I'm also getting too, like when somebody is in their car and they're traveling around, it's like they're able to be in that present moment, be here now, to really think about things very clearly when it comes to you and this connection. And it just could be that you guys have been on one hell of a ride, and it's like now it's time in the here and now to get off that roller coaster and actually surrender, that back and forth energy, and settle it once and for all, and take care of that unfinished business that we just saw that they were in when it came to you in this connection. And we have games. Interesting. There could be something about games. This could be actual video games or board games that are connected to you. So they think about games when it comes to you in this connection. It could just be that the games that they play with you, the games that you play with them, kind of like this roller coaster all over the place type of energy. This could also be, sports as well. Okay. And we have summer. Interesting. Summer energy. So it could be that in the summer, maybe they took a trip. Maybe you guys visited somewhere. You guys took a trip, went to some place, and they think about that. Maybe you guys could even have gone to some sort of, not football, because football season isn't in the summer, but I mean, it could be baseball games. It could be any kind of game, really, competitions, something like that. But I hope that resonates for some of you guys out there. I feel like bits and pieces are going to resonate for some and not others. So take what resonates. But this is what your person thinks about when they reminisce about you in this connection. It's been one hell of a ride, but it's time to kind of get off this roller coaster. It's time to get out of these games with each other and these games with ourselves, and really illuminate and get to a warmer spot in this connection. Take care of this unfinished business that, and surrender that fear to do so, to kind of like take that risk and jump off. What I'm seeing there, take that risk and jump off this cliff and just do something already. Yeah, that's what we got. All right, so now let's go ahead and go into the energies here of triggers. What are triggers that come up for both of you, and how are you guys basically helping each other to grow and heal as individuals? Let's take a look at that energy. So we're going to go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. We're also going to go into, no, we're not going to do those yet. We're going to go into these decks here. So I got that mixed up. My Twin Flame Journey Tarot, Twin Flame Journey Oracle, as well as this deck, which is called the Therapy Flashcards. All right, so what three things come up for them when it comes to dealing with you and this connection? What are the things that tend to pop up for them? Triggers, things that they are meant to heal because of you and this connection. Let's take a look. Okay, we have abandonment. So it could be that there's some sort of abandonment issues that pop up or that are triggered when dealing with you. We have inner child. That's very interesting. So childhood trauma is what I'm seeing. Somebody has some sort of childhood abandonment issues, and for whatever reason, when they're spending time with you or dealing with you, these things come up. And I can't believe it. I just said trauma. Some sort of childhood trauma, literally. So this, to me, this is the green energy. It's very much something that needs to be healed for this person. It affects their ability to open their heart chakra to you and to let you in. So this is huge right now for this individual. So let's see the things that come up because of this. So you could have left this person because of their childish energy where they refuse to want to grow or heal. And this could have left some sort of trauma or this unfinished business energy between the two of you. You may not realize that this affects this person in this way. It may, okay? But I also get that if your person abandoned you, walked away, or was just not able to let you into their heart space, this is because of some childhood stuff. That's what that has to do with. So let's go ahead and clear up this abandonment or clarify abandonment. We have understanding. And we have the Queen of Swords. Wow. I feel like they're going to have some sort of an understanding of themselves through you not putting up with this behavior. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be compassionate about this. Okay, but you're not going to allow this person to walk all over you or continue to act a certain way because of the issues that they have. You know, whatever issues that we have, it's our responsibility to heal those issues. And there's certain people that we may want to blame or we may want to hold responsible for those issues. And they could, of course, yes, be a part of it. There could also be a mother figure in their life that could have done a number on them, or this could even be a father. It doesn't have to be an actual, like a, like a female energy. This could be a mother or a father figure, or someone in their life that maybe was just holding them at arm's distance and wasn't ever really able to truly let them in, like the Queen of Cups, very much nurture them. The Queen of Swords isn't very much like a very nurturing energy. She's very hard. She's very rational. She's very, just at an arm's distance. So there's some sort of an understanding about this person and the way that they were either raised or some person in their life that did a number on them that caused them to be this way. And again, it's not about blaming someone for all of their problems, but there is something that Spirit wants you to understand and to really consider about this individual, that it wasn't necessarily personal, so don't take it personally, but it's through your perhaps stepping away or putting up your very healthy boundary or no longer dealing with this type of behavior from this individual that it's actually helping them to understand something about themselves. So even though you might trigger this abandonment within them, as in you had to leave them or that they left you and so you've had to kind of cut them away or cut off dealing with them, they understand that you basically are dealing with them in the best way possible for yourself. So this is like a very respectful energy. They're starting to understand with time and see your value and see that you had to be this way with them. So that is what we're getting with that. All those different energies. So now we have inner child. Your person has some energies of inner child that they really need to heal, that they really need to work on. We have union. Yeah, I feel like this really, really prevented this person from being able to get close to you. Yeah, so Knight of Swords. So how they dealt with this union with you is Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is not loving. Knight of Swords is not a very warm energy. It's very cutting. It's very just this is the way that it is. It's, again, swords. Swords are, logical, like rational types of energy. Can be very cutting. Those words can sting. It's very direct energy. There's not a lot of warmth there. So I do feel like perhaps your person took action to cut away from you and this connection because of their inner child issues. So whatever you brought up for them, dealing with them. So let's just say this is a good example. Let's just say they were raised by either a very overbearing, like just a person, like a parent that was just like too much, too loving, or just too taking care of them, overly dependent upon them for their own happiness, or some kind of unhealthy dynamic, or perhaps just was completely cut away from their own emotions and didn't really embrace them. Either way can really create a lot of dysfunction. There's not a healthy balance there. And so when you came into this individual's life, there could have been something about your energy that caused them some sort of discomfort. And so because of this, they may have been repelled by your energy because of what they either were not exposed to or what they were exposed to. You get it? So it can be either or. So this individual here, rather than coming closer to you, rather than embracing you in this heart space energy, They decided to cut away and took that action to run away, to cut away from you in this connection. Yep. So their trauma, their unresolved trauma was at the core of perhaps this separation or challenge that you experienced with them. Yep, look at that, surrender. I feel like they just have not been able to let that go. They haven't been able to surrender. And what's really interesting is that this was one of the things that came up. They really need to surrender something within themselves. We have another here, surrender. They haven't surrendered this pain. They might be working on it now, but this is something that just still has not been released. Yep, that's the masculine. So if you're watching this video for a masculine, this could definitely be a confirmation here, but it's also about taking control of this trauma once and for all and taking back your power. So if this masculine may not have been able to step into this power position in his life and surrender this trauma. And so until he does, he is not in his full divine masculine energy, his fullest potential. So this could be preventing this union from taking place right now because this masculine is still very much dealing with these inner child traumas from abandonment in childhood, if that makes sense. All right, so now we're going to go into your triggers with this person. What does this person bring up for you? What triggers do they bring up for you? We have delusion. We have repression. And we have compartmentalization. That's really interesting energy. So immediately what I'm getting here is that you might feel that this person, like your person, is just a figment of your imagination, that what you feel for them or what was experienced with them was just a delusion. Kind of like it just brings up a lot of feelings of, oh my God, I'm so deluded. I'm living in a freaking fantasy world, or I just don't even know what was real anymore when it comes to this individual, because there were so many things that I felt, so many things I thought were real, but then it turned out to be like, it wasn't, or they told me that they didn't feel the same. So they bring up some sort of feeling within you where you just feel like you're on your own. You're on your own with this connection. Maybe they made you feel like they didn't feel the same. Maybe they make you feel with the things that they said that, like, again, it's just all in your head. So there's some kind of an energy here that it triggers you in this way. So this is the balancing of this energy. I feel like there is some sort of a lesson for you to balance something out within yourself. Maybe you are the type of person that just jumps off the scale and just gives everything to a relationship, and you don't care for yourself. You just completely focus on the other person and invest 100% of everything into them, and you don't leave anything for yourself. So this could be a good lesson for you is what I'm seeing. Yeah, old wounds, 5 of Cups, old trauma. So this could be a part of your energy. Maybe you're just a very emotional person. You're a person that just is so empathetic. You want to give, you want to love, you just want to heal. I'm getting here. You want to heal someone. You want to heal them. You want to heal them to the point where it takes you off your own balance. So I do feel like there is something that you get triggered when it comes to this individual, that they're broken and you want to heal them and help them in some way. And so they're like the perfect person for you to do this with. You want to just love them so much. But what it ends up doing is it just creates this major imbalance for you. And it also causes perhaps your person to run away from you because that doesn't feel healthy to them, or it doesn't feel comfortable to them. So they run like hell in the other direction. And then what this does is it creates major wounds and trauma for you. So it just creates a big mess for you is what I'm seeing here. An emotional mess where you just feel so deluded after a while, like, oh my God, I don't even know what just happened. I don't even understand how I got into this state. I don't understand how we ended up here. I'm just getting a lot of sadness, a lot of guilt, a lot of just even depression, a lot of just shame, kind of like beating yourself up for things that you may have said or did, things you wish you could take back, etc. So now we have repression. This might cause you to really want to repress this connection. It may cause you to want to run away from it, pretend that you don't care. And all that's going to do actually is it's just going to further your pain. Yeah, see, look at that. And it's like hanging on, like repressing these memories. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to feel this anymore. It's too painful. Well, guess what, baby? You're supposed to feel it. You're supposed to process it, not repress it. I'm telling you right now. Okay? It's absolutely necessary for your healing that you don't repress this. Yeah, Page of Cups, you've got to really, really get into your heart space with this one and really get into your emotions. Page of Cups is that cup, the cup of love, the cup of emotion that you hold not only for yourself, but also this person. The cup that you were giving to this individual, that you were offering to them, it could have been filled up with a lot of expectations, or maybe even just a lot of unhealthy energies from you. Maybe you really didn't see it as unhealthy, but maybe there was a codependent vibe to it. Maybe it was just all consuming, or it was just way too much. Not enough for yourself, not a healthy kind of a love. So this individual, in a way, was the perfect person for you to kind of like get into this mess with. So that way you could learn something about yourself. What messages are you giving to others? Do you value yourself? Are you giving way too much of yourself? These are all very uncomfortable things, you guys, to take a good look at. It's always easy to look at someone else and say they're this, they're that, but not really look at ourselves. But this person forces you to have to look at your own cups and see what energy, or what perhaps, can't think of the word I want to use, but just where you were coming from, what expectations you were coming from. Where was your own vibration at the time? So rather than repressing all of these lessons, rather than repressing the pain and the stuff that came up when it came to this person, or when it comes to this person, really go into your feelings and really take the time that you need to address these wounds that were brought up from this individual and dealing with them. So now we have compartmentalization. We may want to compartmentalize. When I see compartmentalization, it's like we have the ability to still be in our present life, but also know that we have these other things that we need to take care of. So this doesn't mean that this entire situation, this entire connection, it takes complete precedence over your whole life, that it's the only thing that matters. No. Compartmentalization means that we have the ability to put this here and put that there and put this here. So that way we can survive. Compartmentalization is an actual survival tool that the brain has, I guess, created like a mechanism to be able to survive. And sometimes that can be unhealthy because you are suppressing when you do this. But if you can do it correctly, you're still working on it, but you're not letting it take over your entire existence or your entire life. So I feel like there's a balancing energy here, like this balancing of the scales. Yeah, so the separation, you guys, has occurred for a reason. You and this individual are meant to be separated right now for you to really get clear and really get it just right in your mind. So that way you can do the healing that you need to do. So right now, it's like your higher self and spirit is asking you to get things in order in your head, so that way you can really start to heal. And some of you may have already done this, okay? Okay, so for some reason, these two cards want to come up. We have Temperance and we have Hermit. I have Sagittarius and Virgo energy coming up for some reason, very strong together. But regardless, people need to be on their own right now to soul search, spend some time alone to go within in order to restore their energies. Temperance is also about reconciling, people reconciling their differences after a period of separation. I absolutely feel that this separation gives the both of you the opportunity to figure out what you want, what you're feeling, what you've learned, trying to understand more about yourselves as well as each other. So we could see from the very beginning of the reading that this individual is really back and forth with your energy, really back and forth with this unfinished business that exists between the two of you. They're still trying to work out their differences. And maybe you are as well. So maybe right now the separation is what it is. It is a time for both of you to restore your own energies for a while. That's what I'm seeing here. So you trigger them to address something within themselves, the wounds from their past, but they also trigger within you old wounds. They trigger within you self-worth issues. They trigger within you the need to run or deal with it. And I'm getting it's going to work out for your highest good when you embrace this lesson and you freaking deal with it and heal it once and for all. Because I am seeing here that there are lifetimes that you guys have done together. There is some past life energy here that you guys still haven't healed, and it's coming up again. So this is an opportunity to forgive and an opportunity to heal. So that is what we have for you guys when it comes to the triggers and the lessons. So let's move on into some different energies, which are, what do we have? All right, what are they trying to deny, repress, or push away? So this is what your person is currently trying to do. So Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, created by myself. This one right there is the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. And this is called the Denied Shadow Oracle by Four of Wands Tarot, I believe 1111. What is your person still trying to repress or run away from when it comes to you in this connection? All right, let's see. What feelings are they still trying to repress? Okay, so this is the second time in this reading that the masculine has come through. So this really tells me that they are still in some sort of a way repressing the masculine's lesson here. And what is the masculine's energy here? Surrendering trauma. They're still trying to repress surrendering this trauma. They're still trying to repress the lesson, you guys. That is what I'm seeing with this. What else? So we have the Villain of Torment, which is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords already came up in the reading, and it was one of the things here. Knight of Swords connected to the inner child wounds and trauma are one of the ways that they deal with coming together with someone. They take those sharp objects and they cut away things that they are afraid of. So your person right now is still in this energy of cutting people, not literally, but cutting people that get too close. But they're almost in a way kind of turning that knife on themselves. They're only hurting themselves at this point. Yeah, I am just blown away. This right here, it says childhood trauma affects this relationship wounds. We cannot make this stuff up. This is what the whole problem is. It's not the entire problem, but this is huge, you guys. We already had childhood trauma come up in the reading. And we already had it come up with the masculine's energy as well as the Knight of Swords. So your person is still, they are still wounded. They are still repressing the lesson here. They are still repressing the healing that needs to take place so that way they can actually open themselves up to loving you and letting you in. That is what we are seeing here. What else? We have clarity. So getting clarity, being honest with oneself, right? Getting that truth. Really seeing things clearly. We saw in the very beginning of the reading that this person is very back and forth. There are times where they get clarity. There are times when they're feeling like they know what they need to do, but then they go back into that fear and that illusion. I can't do it. They're back and forth here with this. All right, now we have the Siren of Rage, which is the Queen of Wands scorned. Because they feel perhaps that whatever sword that they took that created a wound for you, and it could have been a brutal honesty as well, something that they said. I just, before we talked about the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords can be very cutting with his words. The Knight of Swords could say some things that could really trigger the Queen of Wands and cause her to not feel so secure, not make her feel so sure of herself, cause her to feel low vibe, cause her to question herself. I do feel like this Queen of Wands is the person watching the video. I feel like that Knight of Swords has said something to this Queen of Wands to cause her to doubt herself, to cause her to doubt her self-worth. And this creates rage. This creates a wound. And this creates all of these energies here, these wounds from the past that we just saw. Wounds, perhaps, balancing of the scales, kind of like, some injustice perhaps. Was I completely deluded? Maybe this masculine told this Queen of Wands that she was deluded, that he did not feel the same. There's something that he took back, is what I'm getting for some of you. And this has created a lot of torment for you. Fear of the unknown, embrace uncertainty. Okay, so this is the thing. This masculine, I feel, is one of his biggest challenges currently with the first cards that came up, is that he doesn't know. There's something that he doesn't know. That's why we had the illusions card. It was very much like the moon's energy. Okay, should I or shouldn't I? No means no. Maybe this feminine here, or this queen, hasn't really given this masculine too much information. She cut him away, perhaps, like the Queen of Swords. Are you just a projection of my fantasies? He's in a state of illusion. He's not sure. Do you see? There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of things. I'm not really sharing how I feel with you. Why? Because I have this fear of the unknown. I don't know, perhaps, if you will either A, accept an apology from me, or B, if you even feel the same way, because of all the damage that I have already done. So this masculine right now is trying to repress these fears. He's trying to repress the clarity around these fears. He's trying to repress embracing the unknown. And that fool's energy of just taking a risk and speaking your truth and just basically jumping and surrendering, this is the biggest thing that he's trying to repress right now. It's like he needs to know or has some sort of facts before he does anything. Now, there's memories. He's also trying to suppress his memories. He does feel a soul connection here with this feminine. I definitely got this here in the very beginning. There's a lot of energies that he feels like, oh my God, this divine feminine's this divine timing is driving me crazy. We have a lot of unfinished business still to take care of. I'm tired and I want a new beginning already. And I'm confident to know that our paths are going to cross again. But again, it's like there's all of this fear that he just still has tied to it. Yeah, see, I'm talking. As I'm saying things, the cards are following. The Fool. It's going to require a leap of faith into the unknown. And this masculine is scared as hell. This masculine is really repressing going down this dark path because he doesn't know. He can't see in the dark. It's almost like spirit is trying to push him into the direction of facing these fears. That's why it's Journey of the Darkness. Maybe doing that shadow work, facing all of those things, embracing this uncertainty on this path. He feels excited by this, but also at the same time afraid of it too. The inner child comes up again. Second time in the reading here. Be kind to yourself. Let your creativity flow. Inner child. I feel like what this masculine is doing perhaps right now, he's trying to repress this journey. He's trying to repress these memories. He's trying to repress his fears instead of facing them. But I feel with that inner child, being kind to yourself and just letting your creativity flow, this is key. This is key on his journey right now, is to face those demons from the past, to face those childhood traumas. And I just feel like right now, that is what he is suppressing the most. So we already know that these traumas from the past is what affected this connection to begin with, and it still affects it today because he's still perhaps trying to push it away. So that is what we have, you guys. It's all making a lot of sense. So let's now take a look and see what are the things that he still loves and admires about you. Okay, the person watching this video, which I'm just going to assume is a feminine at this point. So this is a really cool deck. It's a 2-part deck. of animal cards as well as quality cards, and it's called totem cards. And I'll put them down below because you can get them off of Amazon. It's not really an oracle deck, but I'm using it as one. What does your person really love and admire about you? What does your person love and admire about you the most? This right here is the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle. And this is my Divine Feminine Healing deck. Okay. What does your person love and admire about you the most? Okay, we have connect. Beautiful. We have unaware. And we have ram. You throw yourself in it with all of your heart. Beautiful. Throat chakra. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that one of the things that your person really loves about you is the way that you just basically connect. So the way that your heart just basically does the talking. The way that you communicate, the way that you connect with others is through your heart. That's why it says you just throw yourself in with all of your heart, like a ram. You're not afraid. Okay. We also have this energy of unaware. I do not pretend to be blinded to things I know deep down are not good for me. Well, what I'm getting here is that your person loves how you just take a risk, loves how you just basically unapologetically just go into a situation and you open your heart space. And in a way, it's almost like you don't worry if you're going to get hurt. You do it anyways. This is something that your person wants for themselves. They're not able to do that. They're very guarded. They can't just open up their heart space like this. So they really love the fact that you can do this. Okay. They really like the fact that you just open your heart and you just go for it and you just take that risk like the fool. Okay? Because what I get from them is that they are really guarded and they don't want to take a risk and they don't want to get hurt if something doesn't work out. So that's that energy. Okay? So what else? What else do they love and admire about you? Yeah, you really know yourself. You also trust your intuition. So again, when we're connected to our higher selves and we trust ourselves, we're not worried about making the wrong decision. We know that whatever we experience is for our highest good, even if it's painful. So they love that about you. Yeah, you just believe. I create my own reality based on what I choose to believe. Like you just go for it. You choose, if you believe in a dream, you go for it. This person loves just your open-mindedness, They love how you just are just living your life, how you just aren't afraid. You're unafraid. That's what they love about you. You're unafraid. You know when to stop and take stock of things as well. So it's not like they think that you're just a complete, like you just jump off foolishly and you don't think. No, the dragonfly is self-awareness. That's what I see the dragonfly as, somebody who has self-awareness. They've realized things because of the things that they have gone through in life. So you're not a complete, just careless child that just doesn't know. No, you do know things, and you take the lessons and the things that you've learned on your journey and you apply those things when needed. But again, you're not going to be to the point where you're not going to live your life or do certain things because this happened to you one time or another. You're going to trust your intuition. You're going to be guided by your intuition, and you're going to let that be your guide, not your ego, not your fears. But you're still going to use your smarts and you're still going to use your wisdom to navigate your journey. So this person sees you as really well-rounded is what I'm seeing there with this. And we have values. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, you respect yourself. You have certain values. You have certain guidelines, but you also are open to the experience of living. They really love this balanced approach that you have. And like attracts like. So your energetic frequency determines your experiences. You might be a person that's very much into the law of attraction. Whatever values and beliefs that you have, because we have belief and values, believe and values. you know that spirit connects you with like-minded individuals. Do you see how this is all coming together? And it determines your experiences. So you're taking responsibility for the things that you've experienced in your life. You're a person that's not a victim. You're not a person that's blaming everyone else for your problems. You take into account why you've had these experiences, but you must have attracted them to yourself for a reason. You must have signed up for this. So you're a very spiritually minded, just very self-aware type of an individual. And this person really, really admires this about you. They really do. It's almost like they have something to learn from you. And we have crocodile. You observe and listen carefully before taking action. Again, you definitely have a logical, practical side, but you also have a very fiery, open side too. You're just very much someone that is really balanced, is what I'm seeing. Like there's this really aggressive ram and this really aggressive crocodile, and then this very just like, just beautiful dragonfly that's just gliding through and experiencing life. So do you see how nice and balanced you are? So you can be a crocodile, you can be a queen of swords, but you can also be a queen of wands, and you can also be a queen of cups. You can be all of these beautiful energies here. Very balanced, beautiful energy. So they like what they see is what I'm getting here. And they may not have always admired these things about you because they could have really been triggered by you at first. But as time is going on, they're really starting to admiring who you are and what you have become, perhaps. And they want that for themselves. That is amazing. All right, so now let's go ahead and go into what would they say to you right now if they could. Well, we do know that they are being secretive about something. We do know that they're holding something back because they are afraid to communicate, or they are afraid to put it out there because they're not sure about something. So what is this? That's my Arrows of Love Oracle. We're going to also tap into the Twin Flame Journey Volume 1 and Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 2 and the Art of Love Tarot by Tony Carmine Salerno. Okay, so let's see. We're just going to grab 3 cards each. Okay. Look at what the cat dragged in, return and apologies. You know what's interesting is that I'm actually getting a lot of this energy in this reading. Page of Cups was the apology. And then also the return and reconciliation to me was the Temperances card. Both of those are cups. Cups of love, cups of our feelings, offers, apologies, heartfelt energies. So I do feel like there's something here that your person wants to say about that. What else? We have on the mend, and somebody is reconciling their own differences. They're balancing and restoring the energies within themselves. They're healing something. We know that someone needs to mend and heal. And we have love lyrics. So love lyrics could be the song of our heart, listening to our heart. This could also be songs that people are listening to, songs that are popping up for them and for you that they're telling you pay attention because there's something about a return or apology or this healing through love lyrics, songs that you're hearing, songs that you're drawn to at this time. All right. So let's take a look at this. Look at what the cat dragged in energy. What's that about? I'm going to put this over here. What is this about? We have the Magician. King of Swords. And Death. All right. So what I'm immediately getting here with this is that this is going to require someone, and I see this King of Swords energy, to take control in order to face that Queen of Swords. And even that Queen of Wands who might be scorned right now. It's going to take that strength of the King of Swords to be truthful, to be in his truth, to be able to deliver that truth. The Magician has all of the 4 elements in front of them: the pentacle, the cup, the wand, and the sword. He is going to have to pick up that sword in peace. That's why it says peaceful warrior. Impulse is the impulse to want to transform and to change. We have the release, metamorphosis, change, transform. In order for there to be a releasing, an end of this cycle between the two of you, this masculine is going to have to pick up that sword and create some sort of action here to create communication for the two of you to have that return and apologies energy come through. I wish I could take back the things that I said. This masculine may say to this feminine here, or whoever's watching the video, that I am sorry. I am sorry for the things that I said to you. I know the things that I said to you were really harsh. I didn't know what I was saying when I said those things, or I didn't mean it. There's some kind of energy there, though. This masculine is going to apologize for the things that he said. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with my promises. I'm sorry that I promised you certain things. I'm sorry that I said these things. There's definitely this, I wish I could take something back, and I'm sorry. I'm returning and apologizing, and I'm sorry. And the Magician is somebody that's going to create and manifest this beginning in order for the two of you to change what's happened between the two of you. I come in peace is what I'm getting here. So if this masculine could say anything to you right now, he's coming in peace, as in a peaceful warrior. He's serious like a warrior, but it's like, I wish that I could take these things back, and I'm sorry that I couldn't follow through, and I'm sorry for the things that I said. That's what he's telling you right now. Whoever's watching this video, I apologize. I am sorry. So now let's see what is the on the mend energy. Okay. We can see that apple. It's in the shape of a heart, and we have the Band-Aid on it. Says love, wound, and peace, and care, and I believe health. Okay, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is a battle. 5 of Swords is very unfair as well. It means that there was an unfair situation. There really was. And it's almost like sometimes when you're dealing with 5 of Swords energy, people push you to the brink to where you have no choice but to walk away. That is like a victory in a way, but it's a really underhanded victory. It's kind of like putting the blame on you. Well, you're the one that walked away. It's like not taking responsibility. There's some kind of energy here. Somebody withdrew from the fight. Could have been you, could have been them. But this is something that needs to be mended, and they're aware of this. They are aware that something was unfair. Yeah, so they're in this King of Hearts energy now, King of Cups, healer. I'd like to heal what has happened between the two of us. This 5 of Swords crap was no good. It was unfair. I realize these things now. And we have the 10 of Cups, culmination. It's like a culmination of things have led this person to this point to basically really take a look and examine their heart space. We know that they're trying to suppress a lot. I do see the 10 of Cups as family. I do. I see that, and the Hierophant, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. Just me as a reader, I feel a lot of family vibe with those cards. So we do see that this person has a lot of issues with childhood and family. It's been a culmination of those events, that the way that they were raised, all the healing that they needed to do that was connected to their family, maybe even withdrawing from certain things in their own family dynamic. This is helping them to heal themselves, to really examine themselves and how they need to heal. It's easier to just stay away right now. So there's just an energy of just kind of, it's just better to be in separation. It was easier to walk away from you, so that way I could heal myself. So that way I could really examine my wounds. And I just want you to be happy. So your person is actually telling you here that they're working on themselves, even though it's difficult. They realize a lot of things now. And at the end of the day, they actually just hope that you're happy. They don't wish you any ill. It's just easier right now not to speak to you, even though they want to. It's just easier to stay away. Okay? They might also feel like it's safer for you for them not to come back right now, because they still need some healing. They still have some things that they need to heal. So that is that. And now that might be why we have love lyrics, is because it's just like maybe you guys are not actually communicating in the physical world. So this leaves this the hearts speak, higher selves speak, the souls speak, telepathy, dreams. We're connecting in that higher realm rather than in that physical realm. So this just might be something that you guys have right now. So they're speaking to you through song. So pay attention to the songs that you hear. We have the Four of Stars, which is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a beautiful energy because, of course, that is about celebration. It's about achieving goals. It's about a nice, really, like a good, solid foundation. You've really advanced. This is about feeling good about yourself for how far you've come, okay? We also have Six of Trees. I almost feel like what you've received from this entire situation with your individual is that it's giving you an opportunity to advance your life and to advance yourself in some sort of way. So your heart already knows this deep down. Your heart already knows that by dealing with this individual that it's been a catalyst for your own growth. And so you have received something from this person. You've received some sort of healing or advancement in your own spirituality. So yeah, now you're the Queen of Cups. So we have two sets of people here. We had the Knight of Swords come up 2 times, but we also had the King of Swords come up. We did have the Queen of Swords come up, okay? Now we just have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So this tells me here what they want you to know is that your hearts are communicating. Both of your hearts are exchanging this energy back and forth because you guys have some sort of foundation here. You guys have a connection that's made up of the stars. I'm getting that as well. So you guys are connected through your heart space. We also have sixth sense. So that sixth sense energy here also connects the two of you. The movie, The Sixth Sense. I think it's M. Night Shyamalan or something. That could be a connection as well to your person or vice versa. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is. I just, thinking of signs, love lyrics, songs, movies, things like that. That could be something too. But your person wants you to understand that perhaps right now the only way that they could advance with you is through this kind of energy rather than coming towards you in the physical world. See, I know that you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. So this person does have to come to conclusions on their own. They can't just rely on what you're saying, or they can't just rely on what they're being told. They have to figure things out for themselves. They just have to. They absolutely have to figure it out for themselves. And I just got sidetracked. Yeah, right now they just could be sidetracked as well. They're getting sidetracked with what their ego or their fears or insecurities are telling them rather than trusting their heart. So continue to be in your heart space with this individual. Continue to be in that very unconditional, healed vibration with your person, because this actually helps to advance you on your journey. It may even help to advance this connection. But for whatever reason, you guys are in separation for a reason, and your person still has these things that they're working on, and perhaps you do too. So pay attention to the songs, because there's a lot of things that are coming through as far as healing and communication. So what is your person? What is their hidden pleasure and desire for you? This might not resonate for everybody, so if this kind of energy makes you feel uncomfortable, just go ahead and skip it. But we have Tarot of Sexual Magic. It's the mini version, which I just got from a fan. Thank you so much. I freaking love these better than the big version. I actually gave the big version away because I just didn't care for it. There was too many words around it in the border. Just bugged me. So this one I love. This is Flames of Desire by Angelic Revelation 144, and it's a smaller deck, so I thought they would go together. Okay, so what is your person currently, what is their hidden desires for you at this time? What are they desiring? Well, we have the Three of Pentacles. So I definitely feel with that Three of Pentacles energy, you guys, that they do have a desire to be with you in the 3D world. So they do have a physical desire to come together and be with you in a physical way. Most definitely. And we have Ride It Hard. So yeah, there could be something about you being on top that they really, really love, or they really think about when it comes to you in this connection. So that's something that they might be thinking about, okay? Because you can see here that this woman, she's on top of him, both kind of versions there. So they might be really, really thinking about that or desiring that at this time. Okay, so what else? What else is your person desiring with you? We have Five of Cups. Five of Cups, remember, you had that card. Old wounds from the past. They may want to apologize to you for these old wounds. They may want to reconcile with you. I mean, we already saw that, so it's not like might. They do. They want to reconcile the cups that have fallen over. The two cups still remain. They're still connected to you. They still feel things for you. So they may want to come together even though things went astray. They may want to come together also with you and just be in some sort of like water, because the Five of Cups energy is cups, water. They may want to be in the water with you. They may want to be by the water with you. They may want to spend time just really healing, being in healing water with you, if that makes sense. So this could, of course, be in a jacuzzi, a pool, a tub, the ocean, a lake. This could be just spending time by bodies of water, just really connecting with you and really spending a very it's like a very deep, intimate, emotional energy too. So yes, there's this very physical energy, but there's also this very sentimental, deep, emotional energy that they want to exchange with you as well. So it's a little bit of both, you guys. And last one. Yeah, Knight of Cups. There's definitely very much a cups energy coming through. I want to share my cup of love. I want to offer you my cup of love. I want to offer you my emotions. I want to be deep and intimate with you. And this person is afraid of intimacy, but in their desires and maybe even their fantasies, they see themselves deeply connecting with you and letting things go. And also we have play. So play toys or just play means I would love for an opportunity for us to basically play with this energy together, be together, experiment. It's almost like what I'm getting here is that your person wants to experiment, opening their emotions up to you and being deep and intimate with you. That's what they really, really desire, you guys. So the play choice is experimenting. They want to experiment, playing with these emotions with you. They want to give you the opportunity to be that person that they really let in, that they really allow themselves to let go with you. They fantasize about this, of what it would be like to let go in your presence, to really, really let you in and let you love them. So that's what they're thinking about and what they desire most at this present time. All right, so now let's take a look and get the energies here of what are the karmic scales that are being balanced at this time in the connection. What are the karmic scales or the lessons that are being learned or the things that are being balanced at this time? We're going to go into my Mystics Midnight Oracle. We're going to combine this with the Occult Tarot and my Twin Flame Journey Shadows. Karmic scales or just lessons are being balanced at this time. We have the King of Wands. So we also have the Queen of Wands in this reading. So we're getting a lot of counterpart energy here. A lot of masculine and feminine energy. A lot of duality here. So there is the King of Wands. The King of Wands to me is someone who is taking control of a situation. They're doing something here. They're stepping into a position of power to do something. Okay? So this is about somebody who is altering or reforming their behavior, okay? Castrating obviously is like we're being reformed in some way, debilitated in some way. This King of Wands is somebody who is taking control even though they may have been debilitated in the past. Maybe they feel like they have been, reformed to a certain way in the past. This is really fighting against something. Embarrassment. They might feel also embarrassed perhaps by something, a debilitating energy, something they couldn't do before. But this King of Wands is confident. They're a go-getter. They're able to do something now, even though before perhaps it could have made them feel less than or even embarrassed. I almost feel like this King of Wands is embarrassed by his performance in the past. I don't mean that like performance, but just how he showed up, how he was giving of himself in the past. Like he wants an opportunity to redeem himself is what I'm seeing here. So the karmic scales that are being balanced right now is that this King of Wands wants to show this feminine a different side of him. So this is something that is pushing him to make these changes, to step into the energy of the magician, make things happen. All right, what else? Okay, so we have the Tower. Wow, and what better way? The Tower is basically saying old paradigms, the ego comes crashing down. We completely just change everything. It's like shock and surprise, didn't see it coming kind of thing. We have honor, tradition, and departed souls. What I'm getting with this is that this is honoring the connection. This is the two of you guys have departed. You went separate ways. This is about, as a shock and surprise, this masculine actually coming in to correct or even alter the connection between the two of you. I feel like he wants to redeem himself. He wants to, give it a second chance. That's what I'm getting here. Secondary, giving it a second chance, but also for putting you second by not making you a priority before. This masculine wants an opportunity to make this feminine a priority now, which he did not before. Okay. So I feel like this masculine's almost like his ego right now is steering the ship of wanting to create change. And we have Seven of Wands. This is really fighting for something. This is really going for something. Fighting now, fighting for the connection, making things happen with this connection. Why? Because she is still preserved in his mind as the one. Beautiful, preserved, youthful. He wants what they once had. He wants to go back to it. He wants to claim it once again. Yeah. And he also wants to correct any kind of energy where there was pain involved. He wants to apologize. He wants to reconcile. He wants to take this pain away from the both of them. I'm also getting like a blood countess. This connection, being in separation with her, being in this energy where they both have unfinished business, it's actually draining him. It's actually more painful for him to fight this connection than it is to embrace it, is what I'm seeing with this today. So this masculine is going through a major balancing of karmic lessons and these scales right now when it comes to this connection and this feminine, for sure. So how is Spirit assisting and what is the advice coming from Spirit? So we're going to go into 5 decks here. This is the Daily Tea Cards by Goddess Oracles. This is the Angel Tarot. This is the Divine Connections Oracle by Queen of Light 1111. This is my Depths of the Sea Oracle and Messages of Love by All Things Intuitive. All right, what do we need to know? What is Spirit trying to help us with, assist us, or what is the advice? Okay, so we have Sun God. You know, the Sun God to me is masculine energy. I do feel like right now, Spirit is really trying to help and assist this masculine to step into that King of Wands power, that masculine side of himself, that powerful energy. Really take the bull by the horns and to do something here. I'm seeing that for sure. Yep. Why? Because the masculine right now is somewhat distorted. He needs to be put back together. He needs to be mended, healed. And we need to remove those obstacles like a soldier. Get in and fight. Get in and fight for it. Make things happen. Not just sitting around thinking about these things or fantasizing about these things, but actually getting into action-oriented energy and creating these changes that are absolutely necessary in this connection, okay? We have pirate ship, uncooperative. Well, guess what? It's masculine in a way, is being somewhat uncooperative. A pirate to me is somebody who's just basically, free, They don't want to be captive. They want to basically roam free and wild and do what they want. So like a pirate right now, it could be that this masculine is still wanting to run away from the lesson. Wants it, but doesn't want to do the work in order to get it. Wants it, but also fears that maybe it's just something that's not going to work out. So he doesn't want to go down that, that ego, just kind of, I can't think of the word I want to use, but it's just like he doesn't want to go down that path of feeling just destroyed in the ego. Crocodile, pay attention. This is the second time that the crocodile has shown up in this reading. Remember, it actually came up with one of the things that this masculine really likes about the feminine. He likes the fact that she pays attention. So I feel like what Spirit's trying to tell the feminine right now is pay attention, because this masculine is distorted at this time, and this is why he's being uncooperative. It doesn't mean that he doesn't value you. It may just be that he still doesn't value himself. He's still not able to see things clearly. So there's still obstacles. So we have firm foundation. Well, guess what? This connection has a firm foundation. We already got it with the Four of Wands, Four of Stars energy. There's a firm foundation here. So you guys have something to build upon, but this is going to take some time. Okay, it's going to take time. Let's get some tarot here. Six of Cups. So Six of Cups, what is Six of Cups? Childhood. We know that a lot of childhood energy came through with this masculine. So he is being uncooperative when it comes to kicking childhood trauma's ass. Okay, we already know this. He wants to work on it. He's aware of it, but he also is afraid to deal with something. So right now it just seems that Spirit is showing up and saying that they're really trying to assist this masculine to help to put the pieces back together. Okay. So all this feminine right now can do is just kind of, keep your eyes open, but maybe your mouth shut, as in there's no reason to say anything. There's no reason to even communicate right now. Just, watch and observe. Anyway, the King of Cups. The King of Cups comes up for a second time in this reading. Watch and observe how this masculine transforms. Watch and observe how he finally embraces his emotions and matures and masters his emotions on this journey. This is going to take some time, okay? It's going to take time for this work to be done. It's going to take time for this masculine to open up his heart space and to feel safe in his heart. And we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands right now might be that this is just where the masculine's energy is at. Knight of Wands is somebody who's kind of like a pirate. They're just running around. They're traveling. I already got that in the very beginning of the reading. This masculine might be traveling the world. While he's actually in his car, he could be really reflecting on his past with his feminine and just basically his past in general, really trying to reconcile those differences within himself, balance out those energies, heal it, remove these obstacles. So the Knight of Wands right now just might be where the masculine has to be at. He just has to be in this energy before he can put these pieces of his heart back together. Okay, so this being on top of the Six of Cups, this relationship does deserve a second chance. This relationship also deserves closure. There is unfinished business between you and this masculine. I'm getting here, it's only a matter of time before this masculine gets out of Pirate's energy, gets out of Knight of Wands energy, and goes into his heart space, King of Cups energy. It might be later on in life. It might be when he's more mature or older, okay? Divine timing. We have regret. Don't think for a second that this masculine doesn't feel regret and remorse for the way that he treated you. We had the Five of Cups card and another card come up. There's a lot of sadness here. I think the Five of Cups actually came up 2 times. There's sadness here. There's remorse here. There's guilt. This masculine, King of Cups, this is somebody who's going to embrace this. So maybe he is a little distorted right now, but at some point, this is going to be felt. This is going to be understood. This is going to be experienced. I feel like it's already been experienced, though, and it's something that, he's still confused by and still doesn't know what to do with, but it's there. And we have different pages. So guess what, you guys? Right now, you guys may not share the same vision. Right now, this masculine is a Knight of Wands, piratey energy, very distorted, very much trying to run away, not deal with his past, perhaps, or maybe doesn't know how. Right now, he's a soldier. He's just trying to almost fight against the inevitable, the healing that needs to take place. So if you guys don't share the same vision right now, this is also time for you to focus more on your own foundation, the things that are in your life. Maybe also be in your own Knight of Wands energy, experience life, travel, have fun. Try not to focus or fight so hard right now when it comes to making this connection work. Something about divine timing and things that need to take place first. We have 20. Separation. Separation already came up in this reading, but guess what is the ultimate illusion? Master your fear and know real love is eternal. The love that you share with this individual is real. It's eternal. It's not going anywhere. That's why the foundation came up with the 4 stars, 4 of wands. And that's why it's coming up here again with the tiki hut. You guys already have this foundation of love. You guys already have this soul bond that connects the two of you. You guys both feel it regardless of where you go, regardless of who you're with, regardless of what way you go in the future. Even if you guys go off in different directions, it doesn't matter. You guys will always feel each other's energy to some degree. But you guys don't have to suffer so much. This is about taking the opportunity to learn what this connection means for you. Pay attention to the lessons, Divine Feminine, okay? Pay attention of mastering your own emotions while perhaps this masculine is somewhat distorted. You can still heal within this connection on your own, even if your masculine never brings that apology to you or that you never see him again, even though I don't see that that's the case. Spirit's saying there is definitely a second chance on the horizon, okay? There's some sort of second chance. It deserves a second chance. You guys deserve to see each other or to speak at some point in this lifetime for your own healing. This will really help the two of you to heal, but you guys don't need each other to heal. You guys can do this work on your own. As heartbreaking as that sounds, it's possible. It says opportunity, not obligation, should be the only reason to pursue a relationship. That's beautiful. So this right here is about, wanting something versus needing it. Okay. There's a reason to pursue a relationship because people want it, not because, oh my God, I absolutely have to have this in my life. I absolutely can't move forward or let go unless. This is about taking your expectations off the table with this connection and pursuing the healing, pursuing the lesson in this relationship instead of your need to have this person in your life. That's also Spirit's advice. And we have 48. Your life's purpose, your mission, your masterpiece is you. So at the end of the day, you guys, even if you and your person have been on different pages or continue to be on different pages even in the future, there's something about your mission and your life's purpose that is connected to this entire situation and this person. So really focus on that foundation. Really don't let this situation stand in your way any longer. Don't let it be an obstacle in your life to where you can't move on, to where you can't ever open yourself up to anything else, that you're just in a constant state of agony and pain. Don't allow this situation or this person or what has happened between the two of you now be the biggest blockage in your life. It does have something to teach you about yourself. Yes, you do have to go into your shadows and honor it and heal it and purge it, but don't allow this one person to prevent you from opening yourself up to experiences of living and ascending. Okay, don't let that be the case. Allow yourself to embrace it, to taste it, to feel it, heal it, all of those things. But don't allow anything or anyone get in your way of what you are destined for and your mission and your life's purpose. Okay, the masterpiece that you get in the end is not the connection. That's what a lot of people on, let's just say, a twin flame journey, they're very focused on union. That's the masterpiece. That's the prize at the end of the tunnel, is me and this person together. Why not let it be you? Union with yourself. The masterpiece that you're creating is you, not necessarily this union. It's you. Focus on that for a change and see what happens. Might surprise you how things suddenly go your way, okay? So there's a beautiful message from Spirit here at the very end. I love that. So let's go ahead and close up this reading with on the horizon energies. So we're going to go into my twin flame angel numbers. My signs from Spirit Love Oracle. From Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, we've got the Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot, as well as the Premonitions of Love Oracle. So let's see what we get. What are some on the horizon energies? Okay, so we have music industry. So we had love lyrics, you guys, in music industry. So there could be a connection here. We have party. So maybe a music industry party. And military, interesting. So those may not connect with everyone. Maybe one connects with someone out there. So again, take it as it resonates for your situation. But there could be something to do with a music event, music festival, somebody who's in the music industry, or even military, or maybe even a party or a celebration that has something to do with the future. Okay, so we have weave. So this is like a part of a plan, things that are being woven at this time. Oops. Things that are being weaved at this time. Okay, we have eternity. Your connection is eternal. And we have a luck. Beautiful. Military, and we just got soldier. Remember, removing obstacles. So there could be someone that's involved in the military, or, you know, some other, maybe law enforcement or something like that. I'm going to break it all down in a second here. We got 7 and 11. Triggers brought on by your counterpart are necessary for the healing of past wounds and trauma. Well, yeah, we got into that in this reading. Absolutely. You trigger them, they trigger you. This like basically built this web of your experiences in this life. You guys were woven together in this life for a reason. You guys came together. This was like a cosmic plan to come together again, to deal with something, to heal something for sure. We have 2, 3, 4. Your twin flame is leveling up their energy in order to match yours and will face you when the time is right. Hey, that's beautiful. So this just means that something is actually happening here. There may be a reason to celebrate. Your person is leveling up with you in order for the two of you to perhaps meet in some social setting, which could be the party's energy. And we have military with luck. 555, your angels are with you during this time of change and transition. So it's like luck is on your side during things, military, which is, let's think about this. You know, people that are in the military, they have to be very militant. They have to be very much like things are in order. Things are done a certain way. You're obeying, you're abiding by certain things. This is about dedication and effort and removing obstacles like a soldier. So this to me is the work that is needed in order to create change and the connection. That's what I'm seeing with that. So there is on the horizon something that is taking place in the form of obstacles being removed, somebody's leveling up, and the traumas from the past and the wounds are healing. We have the star, and it's sometimes healing. I mean, the stars align again. The stars align in your favor. This is like Lux energy. Your angels are with you during these challenging times. But all these wounds and traumas from the past, I feel are healed, or it's weaving the way. The stars are aligning for you and your person to be able to come together and face each other once again. So really, really pay attention to the music that you hear during this period of time. It has something to share. There's something that is being shared with you from your person's higher self and also spirit that is helping you to see how everything is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to. Everything has been spiritually aligned. Everything has been destined. The star is also about wish fulfillment as well. You're going to see perhaps that maybe things could not be the way you wanted them to be before, but you're going to see that there's a bigger reason for it, or that it had to be this way for whatever reason. Yeah. Wow. All right, so let's see what this eternity energy, this flame, somebody's leveling up, and this party. Okay, so we have Seven of Pentacles, delayed progress and replan. So I do feel that you and your person came together. There was a connection with that flame's energy, an eternal connection. But something was delayed here, the progress. Somebody had to kind of replan. Maybe somebody wanted to go off and experience what being single was like, or go out and just kind of see that maybe the grass wasn't greener on the other side, or maybe they had to pursue something. They wanted to be in the limelight even as well. Maybe they were pursuing a career like music industry, creative industry. And it's like they finally got something out of their system. So now they've hit that Seven of Pentacles energy. They're reevaluating. They're trying to figure out what they want now moving forward. Is the pathway that they've been on this entire time what they actually want in the long term? I feel like someone is reevaluating. So your person is now leveling up their energy to match yours. They, when the time is right, want to face you, want to come towards you, because they still feel this connection with you. They might also invite you to an event, is what I'm seeing here, as a way to replan or restructure your connection. So there could be an invitation on the horizon to a musical event, is what I'm seeing for some. All right. And might be also too, so look at that. It might be also too when somebody returns from the military, or something happens with somebody's career that's connected to either law enforcement or, just something like that. But we have soulmates. Beautiful. Need we say more, the lovers? I mean, this connection, it just is. This connection is felt from both people. Both parties feel it. And both people needed to really work on themselves, is what I'm saying. It's like boot camp, spiritual boot camp. Spiritual boot camp has been necessary in order for people to change and transition. So that way they could actually come together and open themselves up to this love. So I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight. I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it's not going to happen overnight or tomorrow. For everybody, it's going to be different. But these changes were absolutely, these challenges, all of this was absolutely necessary in order for the two of you to be able to come together correct. So things take time, but there is something here for sure. And your angels are just telling you that they're here and they're helping the both of you during this period of change and transition to get through these challenges, to hang in there. Again, you're not waiting around. You're not putting your life on hold for this individual. You're still living your life. I always want to remind you guys that you're still living your life. You're still showing up for yourself. You're still showing up for your mission and your life's purpose. This person may be a part of that, but they don't need to be actually physically in your life in order for you to live to that fullest potential. Because you guys are already together in spirit, so you don't necessarily need your person physically by your side in order to make things happen. The energy alone is strong enough in order to infuse whatever is meant through a life purpose or mission. So you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.